welcome in everyone. I'm Matt Seneca from PJ Tube, and I'm here today with Kyle Ingram, Manford and Kellyville Stainless Steel Engineering Manager. Kyle, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. And everyone, if you've been following along, thanks for viewing our weekly video series here, our employee engagement video series. Keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep liking. So moving on to what you do here, you participate in Ironman contests, marathons, ultra marathons, 5Ks. Explain how one gets into that.
Well, for me, it was just wanting the ability to compete. I take a lot of pride in competing, and I'm a very competitive person, and kind of exit the college time. I didn't really have a sport that I was getting into, and I just chose. I had a friend who was running, and I chose to just get into running. It takes it. I'm very prideful of being disciplined, and to be able to run that far, you have to be very disciplined to do it. So it just really meshed well with me. I actually don't like to run, especially those first 4 miles. Those are terrible.
Yeah.
But I like, of course, the accomplishment afterwards. And really, I started from couch to 5K and worked my way up to a marathon, then ultra marathons, and then I did some obstacle course racing, and did some marathons and some ultra marathons and obstacle course racing, and then training now for the Ironman in May 2021 in Tulsa.
So most people know what a marathon is. What makes it ultra then?
Ultra basically is it's more than 26.2 miles.
Okay.
And it can be up to 75 miles.
Oh, God.
So it's somewhere in there, and based on the course, the total distance can change. But the most I've ran is a 36 mile ultra.
And is that all in? That's all in just one shot then, right? There's no
one shot. Yeah, one shot.
So you have to be just pretty much dead at the end of that, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Of course, if you're not dead, then you haven't given it your all. So
Yeah,
every single race, no matter the distance, you've got to feel dead. But from mile 4 to mile 20, it's pretty enjoyable. But after you start getting about mile 20, you really start having to use your mental grit to get through the rest of it. So
I would imagine just kind of physically you're starting to break down at that point, right? Like
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You have to hydrate well. You have to nutrition is very, very key in those stages of the run. You have to have done that early on and done that really well. And I've learned a lot in running nutrition. So that's key to be able to go that far. And
you're saying that after mile 4, is that when that kind of that runner's high we hear about kicks in, sort of? Is that what that is?
Yeah. For me, it's about mile 4. Some people are lucky and they hit it around mile 2.
Right.
It takes me a grueling 4 miles to hit it, and it feels like you're running in quicksand until about that point. But from there, your heart rate lowers down in probably the 70 or 80 percentile of max heart rate, and you stop sweating as much. Your cardiovascular system is working in full speed, so it's easier to breathe, and your muscles feel numb. And that's what I call the runner's high. That's what it is for me anyways. And then once you hit that point, it's really just based on endurance. And it'll feel that way until your muscles start breaking down. So.
Gotcha. Okay. And then with moving on to kind of the you were saying obstacle courses as well. So they have obstacles within a marathon and an ultra marathon. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Yeah. There's the Tough Mudder series, which is a half marathon. That's more of a team-based run, and it's, of course, through the fields and hills and mountains and valleys, and they put obstacles every mile or so. And then they have the Spartan series, that is a half marathon, marathon, and ultra marathon distances, with up to 60 or 70 obstacles, and crawling through the mud, climbing ropes. They're carrying a sandbag to the top of a hill for like a mile.
Oh God.
Me and a friend, Jeremiah, did one in Colorado, and we literally had to carry a 50-pound sandbag for a mile up a mountain, climbing about 2,000 feet of elevation, halfway through this ultra. So they can be pretty intense.
Jeez, yeah, that's crazy. I've never done that. I was thinking about doing a 5K, kind of getting into it. I've been riding an indoor bike here during COVID, so
yeah.
I'm weirdly in better shape than I've been in a while, so that's that's good. I went the opposite way of the COVID body, thank God. So that's good. Kind of ask you also about, do you have like a specific memory or accomplishment of these contests that kind of sticks out, that you kind of maybe overcame something?
My first marathon, that one's special. When you go into your first marathon, you almost feel like, oh, it's going to be really hard. And it was such an accomplishment for me to do my first. I'm pretty physically challenged in the running world. I'm heavier than most people. I've got the flattest feet in the world, and my knees. I've had surgery on my knee, my left knee. I've got some screws in it, so I've got a lot of physical excuses not to run.
Right.
And just to have pushed myself through that challenge, and have the discipline and the determination to pull that off. I was really proud of that. And of course, just wanted to keep going and push, raise the bar, and do more, do better, and I'm just continue to go. So that's kind of what prompted me to do the Ironman in Tulsa. I kind of put that as the pinnacle of endurance sports.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I'm probably going to shift gears and maybe go into the CrossFit world and try some of the CrossFit stuff. Instead of endurance, it's more fast-paced, high cardiovascular, and integrate some upper body strength. And so really, to me, it's about staying disciplined, keeping my mental strength sharp. And that's really why I do it. And that's what I enjoy about it. So.
All right. Well, great. Yeah, that sounds great. I think I'm going to have to hit my 5K now, especially after this interview. So
for sure.
I don't think I'll be. Yeah. No, thanks. I don't think I'll be hitting the ultras anytime soon, but that's okay. So, Kyle, thanks again for joining us. We had a great time, and thanks for sharing your story.
Okay. Thanks, Matt.
No problem. Thanks everyone for joining in again, and tune in next week. We'll keep going. Keep liking, sharing, and subscribing.